Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. Al Jazeera reports that escalating Israeli attacks are deepening existing fissures within Lebanese society. Recent bombardments, including a strike in a predominantly Christian area east of Beirut that killed 3 civilians and another near Beirut's largest hospital, killing 4, illustrate the expanding scope of the conflict. Overall, Israeli attacks have killed approximately 1,500 people, including 130 children, and displaced over 1.2 million in Lebanon since October 2023. This has intensified divisions between those who blame Israel for relentless aggression and those who blame Hezbollah for drawing Israeli retaliation. Michael Young, a Lebanon expert, suggests Israel aims to create a rift and isolate the Shia community. Despite an ostensible ceasefire since late 2024, Israel cites Hezbollah's recent retaliation for an Iranian leader's assassination as justification for expanding its strikes and pursuing a buffer zone in southern Lebanon. Civilians, including displaced communities, report facing discrimination and question the precision of Israeli targeting. According to Yahoo News, the Iranian Red Crescent on April 6th released footage showing the aftermath of US and Israeli airstrikes across Iran, including Tehran and Qom. The video displayed damaged buildings and debris, with rescue teams searching for survivors. On the same day, Israel reportedly attacked a major petrochemical plant at Iran's vast South Pars natural gas field, killing 2 commanders of the Revolutionary Guard paramilitary force. This latest escalation has called into question a new 45-day ceasefire proposal between Tehran and the United States. Iranian officials reported that at least 15 people died in an attack near Islamshar, southwest of Tehran. State newspaper Iran stated that 5 individuals were killed in a residential area in Qom, and 6 others died in airstrikes on different cities. State TV added that 3 people were killed in a Tehran residence. Since the start of the war, over 1,900 people have died in Iran, though the government has not updated the casualty count for several days. Thai Sounds reports that Kuomintang, KMT, Chair Li-wen is set to visit China this week, with a meeting scheduled with Chinese President Xi Jinping on Friday, April 10. This meeting precedes U.S. President Donald Trump's planned visit to Beijing within a month. A Bloomberg news column by Karishma Vaswani suggests that Xi's arrangement of the Xi-Cheng meeting is a deliberate message to Washington. Taiwan is not America's concern. The article states that this rare meeting, the first between KMT and CCP chairs since 2016, aims to reinforce Beijing's stance that a peaceful resolution for Taiwan must be on its terms and without U.S. interference. Vaswani emphasizes the importance of this message, given Taiwan's crucial role in the global semiconductor supply chain. Li-wen, a former DPP member now KMT chair, is seen as politically useful to Xi due to her perceived alignment with Beijing. The timing creates a dilemma for Taipei, especially as the KMT has obstructed the Li-Cheng government's defense budget increases and, amidst U.S. arms sales to Taiwan, Thai Sounds notes that Trump reportedly delayed a $13 billion arms sale after a phone call with Xi. The article concludes that with Trump potentially preoccupied with the Iran situation, Taiwan might become a secondary consideration, placing Taipei in a precarious position. NBC News reports that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has signed a controversial new law. The measure grants state leaders the authority to officially designate groups as domestic or foreign terrorist organizations. A significant aspect of the law is that it also mandates the expulsion of state university students found to be supporting such designated groups. Furthermore, universities must report the visa status of expelled students to U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Free speech advocacy groups, such as PEN America, have strongly criticized the legislation, citing its vague language which they fear could unduly restrict educational programs and target student protesters. DeSantis had previously used an executive order to designate the Council on American Islamic Relations and the Muslim Brotherhood as foreign terrorist organizations. Though a federal judge temporarily blocked that order last month, the governor stated the law aims to protect the state, its tax dollars, and prevent things that should not be happening. 联合早报 reports that former U.S. President Donald Trump on Monday launched a scathing attack on NATO allies for their perceived lack of support for the U.S. in the Iran war. Trump referred to NATO as a paper tiger and claimed that Russian President Vladimir Putin is not afraid of it at all. He expressed his frustration, stating that his dissatisfaction began with Greenland, reiterating his long-held desire to annex the island. This comes ahead of NATO Secretary General Rutte's expected visit to Washington this week. Furthermore, Trump extended his criticism to non-NATO allies such as South Korea, Australia, and Japan for not offering assistance in the conflict. Conversely, he commended Gulf nations, including Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, and the United Arab Emirates, for their support during the period of conflict. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.